G'day, this is to all, this is the car sales guru here. This is to all the sales professionals out there that want to go from 12 or 15 deals and really excel. Now, I'm no American trainer. I don't get paid $3,000 or $4,000 to come and talk to you and all that sort of stuff. I'm not one of these presenters that stand up in front of hundreds of people. I am a real salesman. The only reason I'm not selling right now is because I do have, pardon me, an illness that it is stopping me from selling. But I'm selling in other ways, so I've worked my way around it. My name's John Hosey. For the people that know me, know that I used to sell. Well, I used to always want to be number one. So my average in my whole career of selling, when I was selling, was 29 cars a month. Now that's, you might call that exaggeration. Well, it's not, because the people that know me know that that's exactly what I did. And that's not just in one dealership, that was in 3 or 4 dealerships. Pardon me, I'm sorry, sore throat today. There's a few reasons that I sold up to 10 more cars than my compatriots. And the very first thing was, I used to, even though I used to be a very, very happy person when I went to work, and I'd walk in very, very bubbly. I was a morning person, even though I wasn't. That was an act. As soon as I walked in, it was an act. Most guys, when they came in, walked right on at 8:30. I was there at 8 o'clock. I had my cup of coffee already. I made sure I had a good desk. My desk was always clear. It wasn't cluttered. I always had a pen in my pocket, always had a pad in my pocket, always had my price list in my pocket. It'd be no different than a policeman without his gun. You know, like so many salesmen are out in the yard and they don't have information to be able to collect off the customer. I was always never asked to the glass, always standing, never sitting, because when you sit you get lethargic. I was out in the yard as much as possible, did as much yard work as possible, because when you're out there, that's where the cold heads walk in. When I got car sale emails, holy highway patrolling, did I absolutely ghost them until they basically told me to nick off. They've put an email inquiry through and they've left a phone number, so they want you to ring them, and you ring them and ring them and ring them until they say we're not interested, and then you ask why. You don't be afraid to. My clients that I sold to, I would always answer the phone to them. I'd never hide from them, even though I sold them sometimes very cheap cars. I wanted to make the experience as pleasant as possible. Every single customer got a cup of coffee, whether they liked it or not, because the hotter the coffee, the longer the coffee, the longer the conversation. I remember one day I sold 6 cars on the Saturday, and my nearest, there was 6, don't forget, there was 6 or 7 salesmen at this particular place, and they can't work out why. There was a main event once on, and they couldn't work out how I did 31 cars in that one event. Well, it was very simple. Also, I sold cars that week as well, so I wasn't trying to hold back cars. It's very, very simple. It was on the phone, big sale. Every single person I couldn't sell a car to during the week, I gave them a brochure. No rocket science, no nothing. The other thing too, I didn't just sell 29 cars, I also grossed money. Grossing money means that I'm not afraid to say no to the customer. You can always tell a salesman that is selling lots of cars by how he walks. He walks at a 3/4 pace. He doesn't look all hunched over. He's dressed extremely well, and he looks like he hasn't had a bottle of bourbon the night before. We're there to make money, guys. You work 60 hours a week, you deserve to make money. So the only advice that I can give you, if you want to sell lots and lots and lots and lots of cars, I mean, Last year I made $150,000. I don't care if you think that I'm bragging or whatever, but that's what I made. The year before, just on 100. The average salesman's earning $50,000, $60,000. If you're earning that, go and sell Hoovers. You know, if you want to work 4 days a week or 5 days a week and you want to work 38 hours a week, go and sell Hoovers. You know, don't forget, an average salesman gets in at 8:30. It takes him half an hour to warm up. He then sits on his desk and then sort of sits in a bit of a daydream. About 5:15, he starts pulling the yard down so that by 6 o'clock he's out of there. Really, we say it's a 10-hour day, but there's probably 3 or 4 hours. And don't forget, there's lunch in there, and if he smokes, there's about 100 smokes in between. I never did any of that. I stood out and got sunburnt, and I have got the fairest skin in the world. But I tell you what, you walk the yard, you will sell truckloads of cars. I sat inside a car. I used to hide in cars. I used to jump on customers. And I never used to say, hi, welcome to blah, blah, blah. What style of vehicle are you looking for? My opening spiel was, lovely day, isn't it? My opening spiel was anything bar what the regular road to the sale was. One of my spiels one day was, God, you look like you're sick of looking at motor cars. You look like you've been out all day. And of course, first thing they said was, yes, I am. And then I said, what style of vehicle are you looking for? Please have a walk around was another good one. Please have a walk around. I won't walk around with you, but if you want to know where the specials are, just give us a holler. I don't know any customer that never ever gave you a holler to find out where the specials were. Then I had to go and work out where the specials were. Once I got them inside, I treated them with red carpet treatment. The test drive, always 13 minutes. Never less, never more. I always was in the car. I know I've said earlier, you'll hear on other videos here, that the customer towed the car by himself, but they could be taking it down to the next dealership, and just for and all of a sudden you've got your car sitting at a Hyundai. Always go for a test drive. Always do a trial close. All ABC, always be closing. Your sales manager, get him involved from the start to the finish, right? Sales managers unfortunately have egos. They sit in an office. Well, when I was a sales manager, I was actually out there doing yard changes, and I was actually talking to the customer, doing double opens, opening the deal, and in between the deal and closing, and asking the salesman all the way along the way, how are we going? Is there anything I can do to help? Do we need more money for the trade-in? Do they want to take the car overnight? And so forth. The whole idea is, if you want to sell 29 cars, and you will sell 29 cars, don't tell yourself that my dealership, there's no way I can sell 29 cars. That is a crock of crap. That is you telling yourself that. You might be in the smallest deal. You might only have 30 cars in stock. You can still sell 29 cars. Sell the cars 100 times over. At the end of the day, people come in not to look, they come in to buy. And you need to get it through your head. And a big sign above the door that I believed in is BBDCB. B-backs don't come back. You let them go, they're not coming back. They're going straight to Hyundai down the road. They might be comparing three models. So what? So what? You might have those 2 other models in your yard as used cars. Well, show that to them. And cut back from the 10-minute sell. If it takes 2 weeks, so it takes 2 weeks. If you've got to go to the house, you've got to go to the house. If you have to take the car to their house, take the car to their house. If you have to go to their grandma to pick up the check, pick up the check. If they haven't got the money and you need to get the deposit, go with them to the ATM down the road. Go, you know, are you sort of getting the gist of what I'm saying? Once you've got them in your grasp, keep them, keep control, but make them feel like they are in control. Be a puppy dog. The more stupid old lines you say, like today only, if you don't buy today, this price won't be here and all that, these people aren't stupid. Treat them with respect. Pretend it's your $30,000. You know, a lot of salesmen don't actually like to be sold to. You know, a lot of salesmen, I know a few dealer principals and some finance managers that have walked into a shoe shop 3 times to try and get $5 off the shoes and still wouldn't buy them because they hate being sold to. When a salesperson comes up to me in a shop, they sort of back off. So they tell you to do these things, but they don't like it getting done to themselves. So get the paperwork right. Get the deposit, not $5 not 500 even. It's 10% we require at our dealership. 10%. Oh, you don't have 10%. Then what do you have? I've only got $1,100. I'll go and talk to the manager and see if you'll take $1,100, but I can't promise anything because we've only got one of them left. When would you like delivery of the car? Great. If worst case scenario, Friday, great. We don't do deliveries on Saturday, no. Saturday is actually a free day for me. It's my selling day. Yeah. Strong salesmen take control. They don't deliver cars at 6:30 at night. I know so many salesmen that delivering cars. I never delivered a car at 6:30 at night. What, have got rocks in your head? I've already been there 10 hours. 7:30 in the morning? Rocks in your head. You take control. The car won't be ready till 5:30. Love to see you. I'll have a cup of warm coffee ready for you and have all your paperwork already prepared. Have the warranty already done. Have everything done. I knew salesmen that were doing paperwork while the customer was there. Why waste time? The customer still, what if they're still within their 3-day cooling off? They still get buyer's remorse. So you want to do 29 deals a month, go in there with the attitude. Attitude, as I said, is the best word you can have. And this is a sales profession. You are a sales professional. Be very proud of who you are. Know your product. If you're in used cars, know the specials. Know at least some of them got 6 airbags, ABS brakes, traction control, cruise control. Know where they are. If you're in new cars, if you don't know your new cars back to front, well, your mystery customer is going to give you a 0. And if you don't ring your customers back, you don't love the word rejection. Get rid of the ego. Ego doesn't tap you on the shoulder and buy you a drink at the bar. Ego buys you nothing. You're the one that buys you. So just some suggestions from a guy that isn't one of these guys that some people say haven't sold cars for 10 years. I sold a car yesterday. I sold a car the day before, and I'm not even in a dealership at the moment. So I've found another way of selling cars. Even though I'm extremely ill at the moment, I still want to be able to help people because I believe that the best sales professionals out there are the sales professionals that take this serious and treat their customers like royalty. Bye from the Sales Guru.